Welcome to Discovering Biblical Treasures, the mini-series on Chanukah. Part 3 of our 8-part series. This is the story of Jonathan Maccabee from 1 Maccabees, chapter 9 through 12. Jonathan was one of Judah's brothers, and when Judah dies, Jonathan takes over. The revolt looked like it was over. When Judas died, the people just were tired of war, tired of revolt. But Jonathan gets it started again. Again, the nation was not secure when Judas took Jerusalem and the temple. At least he got that much. 157 BCE, opponents, these are Jewish people, tried to get Jonathan removed because, frankly, they're tired of war and you really can't blame them. In 152 BCE, Alexander Ballas took the Seleucid throne. Jonathan tried to create peace treaties, but they didn't work. When the hands changed and Alexander took over, Jonathan was actually allowed to create an army. He was allowed to live in Jerusalem. He became the high priest, which was interesting. And we believe that probably the Qumran sect got created. Those are the ones who do the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Essenes, we call them in Yeshua's day, because Jonathan wasn't of the priestly class of Zadok, but now he's the high priest. He got appointed. So you wonder if Judea is actually its own independent nation yet, and I would say no, it's not. It's still under the influence of the Seleucid kings. In 147, Demetrius II challenges Alexander. Demetrius was only 14 years old, so he's probably being used by some people who wanted power. Jonathan continues the revolt. So he's not only high priest, he's leading the army. He takes the city of Joppa, and now the Maccabees had a seaport. All kinds of things start happening. Ptolemy the sixth comes in, tries to annex the Seleucid kingdom. 154 BC. He did. He got both, and he had the Ptolemy kingdom in Egypt, and he has the Seleucid kingdom now in Judea and Syria and that part of the Middle East. They're all one now. Alexander had lost the battle for his kingdom. He fled to Arabia, and he was beheaded there. He was killed. Ptolemy Philotermedo, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, also dies from his wounds in that battle that he won and Alexander running off. So he never got the glory of being king of these two kingdoms. And Demetrius II then becomes king. Jonathan creates a peace treaty with him. So here we have another peace treaty. He's called the king's chief friend. That was a big title back then. Antiochus the sixth becomes the king of the Seleucid kingdom and confirms Jonathan as the high priest and ruler of Jerusalem. Again, not of the Zadok family. So what happens? Jonathan turns around and puts an army together to go fight Demetrius II. The wars are still going on. The battles are still going on. But here's an interesting one to think about. In 144 BCE, Jonathan makes an alliance with the Romans. See, the Romans are starting to move. They're starting to move against the Greeks. And here Jonathan gives them a treaty, an alliance, and the Romans are going to come in because of that alliance. And it's not going to be for another 60 or so years. But there's big mistake number one of Jonathan. 146, some battles occur. Romans defeat the Greeks. And a man named Trypho decides to make himself king of the Seleucid kingdom. So that kingdom isn't even stable. The whole area is just a big mess, kind of like today. Trypho convinces Jonathan of his friendship, convinces Jonathan to come to the city of Ptolemais, and there he's killed. So it was a trap. because Trypho wants Judea, the Galilee, back under his control. That concludes Jonathan. As you'll see in the next part 4, the wars are going to continue. God bless you for listening to this episode of the mini-series on Chanukah of Discovering Biblical Treasures. Shalom.